I crack and out I pour. I'm Mr. Loverman, and I miss my Loverman. Hey, it's Nate with another piano tutorial. Today I'm gonna do Mr. Loverman by Montgomery. A lot of you requested this one, and while it has a lot of cool details you can do, the core of it is pretty simple and should be pretty quick to learn. Let's just jump into it. Alright, so let's start off with the verses, and I recommend getting the chords and lyrics chart. There's a link down in the description. That'll help you follow along and see where the chords and the lyrics line up with each other. So here's the chord progression for the verse, and an important thing to know about the song is it's in 6/8 time. So that means that every one of these measures gets 6 counts, and we're feeling it throughout the whole song, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you kind of put a little extra emphasis on the 1 and the 4 when you feel it. So first we've got an F major chord. Here's middle C here. In my right hand, I'm going to play up a little higher than that and do an F, A, and C. And then for the left hand, I'm going to be down all the way here, so like an octave and a half lower than middle C. I'm going to do just a single F bass note with my second finger. So we've got F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we've got a C. So left hand bass note is going to go to a C. You can do that with your pinky. It's already right there. And then in the right hand, you can keep your pinky on C, and your second finger is going to go down on the G, and your thumb can hit the E. So this is an inversion on C. Notice how nicely it flows from that F. And then after you've got 6 beats of that C, we're going to go to a C major 7, which the only thing that needs to change here is this C can drop down to a B. So it's like an E minor chord, but when you hear that C bass note, it becomes that kind of jazzy sounding C major 7. And the second line is basically the same thing. The only difference is that E minor over G. Now I mentioned that for that C major 7, you're basically already doing an E minor chord in the right hand. So all you gotta do is, instead of do the C bass note, you go to the G bass note there. Here, I'll sing through this verse, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more rhythm. I'm going to hit on beat 1 in the right hand and also on beat 4 in the right hand on every measure. So it'll sound like, I'm heading straight for the floor. The alcohol served its tour, and it's headed straight for my skin, leaving me daft and dim. Cool, so that's just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the chord rhythm. Before we move on to the chorus, which is basically the same chord progression again, I just want to show you a couple little extra details here. One is I'm probably going to do a little extra rhythm in my left hand, maybe sometimes hitting on beat 6, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So it kind of creates that double hit, just gives it a little bit more energy. Also, throughout, there's a lot of these little piano melodies happening. Some of them are on piano, some of them sound like they're on some sort of mallet instrument. There's a lot of stuff going on, but one thing I'll probably do is in the second measure of the Fs, stretch up, do that. So it's like an F6 and an F major 7, just on the beats 1 and 4 of that second measure. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to kind of change. You can't just do 1, 3, 5 for the fingering. You got to kind of stretch it up a little bit. Maybe second finger on A. So that can be cool. And I just want to say, like, throughout the song, there's little piano melodies that happen, and you could just kind of be loose with it. Any of the white keys really work because we're in the key of C. And any of the rhythms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like you could just 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. You can play around with that, especially in the second verse when things get a little bit more active. So let's talk about the chorus. Well, first we should talk about getting into the chorus. So I sang you the first verse, which is half of the verses. There's like a second verse before the first chorus. So it's different words, and then it ends with, I crack and out, I pour, I'm Mr. Loverman. So you do this kind of pause at the end. Cracking out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. On 4, you just really slam it. And then we've got, I'm Mr. Loverman. So here is the chord progression for the chorus. You'll notice that it is just like the first line of the verses. So we don't do the E minor over a G, it just does the C major 7 every time. But it's the chorus, it's bigger, it feels more powerful. I'm gonna move the right hand down an octave, and I'm just gonna start pulsing on every single one of the counts. 1, 2, in both hands, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I'm Mr. Loverman. You could even do some of that. And I miss my Loverman. I'm Mr. So I did this little arpeggio there. There's an organ that comes in. When you get to the C major 7 for the first 3 counts there, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's just going top, middle, bottom on the right hand notes. I'm Mr. Loverman. Oh, and I, on that O, you can drop the top note of the right hand chord down to a B. It's kind of this cool tense note there. Oh, and I miss my lover. And again on the ways in which you talk to me. So then we would be in the second verse. So not too much to talk about with that chorus. And then second verse is the same progression as before. The song is really kind of gotten going, though. It's really in full swing at this point. So I'm going to have the left hand give a little bit more energy. I'm going to actually just pulse on every count. Still going to kind of take a step back in terms of how loud I'm playing and bring the right hand up to the higher octave again. So it'd be like, the ways in which you talk to me have me wishing I were gone. The ways that you say my name. So notice I didn't go all the way up to the 7 that time. It doesn't do that every time. And then I was also just playing around a little bit with some kind of just light arpeggio stuff, just breaking up the notes on any of the counts. That's pretty much all that's different about that verse. Then we've got another chorus, just like the first chorus. Then we've got the bridge. That's really the one other section we have to learn. We start with a D minor chord. So here's the chord progression. So D minor, that's going to be, of course, the left hand's going to play a D bass note. Right hand can do F, A, and D. That's for one measure. Then we're going to go to G. Notice our pinky can just stay on that D when we go to the G chord. So G bass note here. Then we've got a measure with 2 chords crammed into it. It's C and then E minor over B. Now this is a different inversion of C than the one we've been doing. So that's G, C, and E, like that. C bass note here on this bass C. And then for the E minor over B, of course, the left hand steps down to the B. But the only note that has to change in the right hand is this C goes to a B. So because the measure is split in half, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're on the A minor. So we just kind of step down C, B, A in the left hand. And we are on this chord here. Yet again, our pinky can stay on E. A minor is just A, C, E, just 3 notes, skips in a row. And A minor is just root position, A, C, E, nice and easy. And it does that one more time, so 2 times through that. Let me just play it through kind of with the rhythm. So D minor, 2, 4, 5, 6, G2, 3, 4, 5, 6, C2, 3, E2, 3, A minor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, for the final line of this bridge, we're going to come down to F. So FAC root position, same shape as that A minor was. Then we've got this nice F minor over A flat. So to make this major chord minor, we're going to flat that middle note. And to really emphasize that minor sound, we're going to go up and do that minor third as the bass note. And then finally, the bridge ends with 2 measures of C here, and this is that higher inversion that we did in the earlier lines of the bridge. Let me just play and sing through that whole bridge, and notice it does take a step back. It's not quite as energetic as the chorus before it. I've shattered now, I'm spilling out upon this linoleum ground. I'm reeling in my brain again before it can get back to you. Oh, what am I supposed to do without you? 1, 2, 3, I'm Mr. So that last measure of C just kind of hits and then rests for the rest of that space. Okay, we're almost there. We're in the last chorus. A couple of things about this chorus are a little bit different. It's a double chorus, so it's twice as long as the other choruses. And the very first line of it does this kind of low key, I'm Mr. Loverman, and I miss my Loverman. So we're going to go up higher with both hands and play really gently. And it's this cool synth line that's like, it's just going back and forth between D and C. But I'm going to kind of work it into the chord by going back and forth between my pinky and my fourth finger. If you haven't really worked on your finger independence here, that might be a little tricky. You can kind of adjust it if you need to. So, I'm Mr. Loverman, and I miss my... So just really slamming on the 4, 5, 6 to jump down to the low octaves for the C. And I'm probably going to actually add octaves in the left hand here just to get that extra bit of power on the last chorus. I miss my Loverman, Mr. Loverman. You could even do I miss my lover, because that synth line is still going on. And then here's the second part, I'm Mr. Loverman. So we're going around again. I miss my Loverman, I'm Mr. Loverman, and I miss my lover. So after 3 times through the chord progression as usual, this last time we do that F minor over A flat, just like we did it in the bridge, and the rhythm stops there. We're just gonna hold it. And I miss my lover. End on a C chord, and this is the inversion of the C chord that we were doing in the bridge instead of that one. It's just inverted up one further. And then the song is over. Okay, thank you for sticking with me. I'm going to play the whole song now so you can see how all these parts we've talked about fit together in a complete cover. If you enjoyed this, please do subscribe, click the bell so you know when I put out more videos like this, and leave a request in the comments. Like I said, this one was a request. Anyway, here's my version of Mr. Loverman. I'm headed straight for the floor. The alcohol served its tour, and it's headed straight for my skin, leaving me daft and dim. I've got this shake in my legs, shaking the thoughts from my head. Who put these waves in the door? I crack and out I pour. I'm Mr. Loverman,
Loverman. Oh, and I miss my lover. The ways in which you talk to me have me wishing I were gone. The ways that you say my name have me running on and on. Oh, I'm cramping up, I'm cramping up. But you're cracking up, you're cracking up. I'm Mr. Loverman, and I miss my Loverman. I'm Mr. Loverman. Oh, and I miss my lover. I'm shattered now, I'm spilling out upon this linoleum ground. I'm reeling in my brain again before it can get back to you. Oh, what am I supposed to do?